Basic Appraisal Procedures, page 176. Case study number 5.3, Income Producing Properties and Lease Analysis. This scenario provides opportunity to apply the many principles of appraising an income producing property. Challenges include lease analysis, developing valuation approaches, determining the highest and best use of a non-contiguous property when it is specified by the lease terms, and the impact of zoning and site regulations. Additional parking lot, street, subject, office building. You are appraising for refinancing purposes a 2-year-old medical office building containing 4,200 square feet. It is situated on a small lot. 0.33 acres that offers parking for only 15 cars. The subject is leased with 4 years remaining on the current term and the option of 3 additional 5-year terms. It generates $4,000 per month. Triple net. Likelihood of the lessee renewing the lease is good, as the property was developed for the lessee's use. The lease is considered to reflect the market. The lease also stipulates the lessor will provide parking accommodation for 70 cars. Thus, the lease includes a vacant paved lot 2 doors down from the subject, accommodating parking for 70 vehicles. It is approximately 0.60 acres. Vacant land is scarce in the area and sells for about $5 per square foot. City regulations require that with uses such as the subject's, parking for 50 vehicles be provided. Parking spaces in the area rent for $20 per month. Medical office buildings with similar parking are selling for $100 per square foot. Reproduction costs are $80 per square foot. A capitalization rate of 11.25% has been extracted from the market. Vacancy rates of 5% are typical. It is estimated the subject structure has a remaining life of 65 years, as is value of other site improvements is estimated to be $25,000. Point break. What relevant factors must be considered when valuing this property? How would you tackle this appraisal assignment? What are the issues of highest and best use and the resulting value indications? Page 177. Summary. 1. Appraising non-residential properties can be an interesting and lucrative segment of business for the competent and qualified appraiser. Typically, commercial and non-residential properties include non-residential land, income-producing agricultural properties, multifamily residential properties over 4 units, mixed-use properties, etc. 2. Practices allowed by state licensing and certification regulations and competency is important in a non-residential assignment. If an appraiser does not have knowledge or experience with the market, geographic area, property type, or analytical method, the appraiser must disclose a lack of competency prior to accepting the appraisal assignment. Take the steps necessary to gain the competence and disclose the steps taken to gain competency in the appraisal report. 3. A non-residential property could have a broad array of potential uses allowed by private and public limitations, such as deed restrictions and zoning. Thus, the appraiser may need to spend a considerable amount of time performing research and analysis to determine highest and best use. 4. There are many potential scenarios for determining highest and best use in a non-residential appraisal assignment, depending on whether the site is currently improved or if it is vacant. If the site is improved, the appraiser must determine if that improvement is bringing the greatest return to the land in terms of market value. 5. A special concern for existing commercial structures is in the decision of whether conversion or the structure is feasible and highest and best use is compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, which regulates accessibility and other related issues for public accommodation or commercial use structures. The ADA addresses the areas of existing structure, alteration of an existing structures, and new construction, and has specific requirements for various use, type, and size of structures. 6. The sales comparison, income, and cost approaches are used in non-residential assignments, depending on what the appraiser decided in the scope of work. But different techniques of developing an opinion of value may be employed in the development of these methods. Often, the income approach and the cost approach may be relied on more in a non-residential appraisal assignment. 7. The size of non-residential structures are commonly described by either gross building area, GBA, or gross leasable area, GLA. The methods for determining GBA and GLA may differ, depending on custom in various geographic areas. To prevent confusion and misunderstanding, the appraiser should carefully describe the techniques used to determine the area and be consistent when applying data. The calculation of GBA and GLA are determined somewhat differently than when calculating gross living area for a residence. 8. Trade fixtures are items usually associated with a business or profession operating in or on a property. They are not light fixtures in that they are not considered part of